Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Freezer!
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing.
Happy Tangent Tuesday.
Yes, sir!
Yay. Okay. Hi. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm the one that set this crap up, and I cannot figure out for the life of me why I cannot share
What are you trying to share?
the show. You know, the thing we do.
The thing we
here.
do every night?
Yeah, that thing.
You mean
that
the thing
we-
that was easily set up and should be shareable?
Yes, and for some reason I
Sharing
do it.
is
and
caring.
That's
Well, it is caring.
Allegedly.
Unless it's a corona.
And then it's not
Yes.
exactly sharing.
And
I
then
mean, it
that's,
is sharing, but it's not.
It-
It's frowned upon.
It is.
People get rather
Frowned.
upset about it, and they kind of go, "Hey, that's not nice.
It's not right. It's
don't-
no.
Don't do that. That's horrible."
Anyway, Tangent Tuesday.
It is Tangent Tuesday. Yay! So, I guess that means I need to hit this button right here, huh?
Probably.
Are you ready for a miracle?
So I just have to. I don't know if Carrie could have been any less enthusiastic about that because she's just sitting like this.
No, I'm talking. I'm doing this.
She has the whole thing. What are you
No, I
saying?
missed that. I missed it. What I
Yes,
saw.
I can't always do the
No,
same dance.
don't ask
Well.
Steven that because Steven will do the same thing over and over and over again, and it's okay.
Darn right I will.
No, I just happened to glance up at my screen. I just see Carrie just sitting like this. And,
Are you ready for a miracle?
oh, that's what I saw. I didn't know I was
chill.
looking at everything else. I didn't see, so I apologize. What I saw.
There.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
The hand flashy things. There we go. There
Okay.
it is.
Carrie
Deep in
Millenack.
thought.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, is
And
well,
chill dancing.
chill dancing.
Chill dancing, deep in thought.
Steven doesn't know chill dancing.
No, I don't. I don't have chill dancing.
He just knows to shake his money.
It's when you
maker.
look real cool and
Yeah, I don't have that.
You
I
do-
don't have that at all.
You do a lot of the head motion.
It's like,
You
yeah.
You just bounce
Hey.
it back and forth and bob your head at everybody as they walk by. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
It's good music, right? Yeah.
There's no music, so you can stop that now.
No.
Oh
yeah,
my goodness. Okay, so
So,
I feel like I know you do this on purpose.
have you? By the way, have you transitioned the show on
Nope,
video?
I haven't, and I'm going to keep running it like this for a while just to irritate people.
Okay, just fine.
Because now that I
Make-
know that I've forgotten, I'm going to
Now
play
you're
it
gonna
off
just do it?
like is it because this is a radio show first and foremost. So
now that it's been called out,
yes, I'm waiting for it to go. Then now that it is called out, I'm going to ride this puppy as long as we can.
you dick.
I am. I'm going to give it about another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to transition over.
Okay, yeah. And I do this on purpose. You are correct.
Do what on purpose?
Like what you were about to recommend.
The Bob.
No, not the Bob. The other thing.
Oh, the other thing. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I do find stories on purpose.
Yeah. And,
Just to make your head throb.
and you did. And that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Carrie asked because I started making the laugh that I make when I find something that I know is going to mess up Dylan.
The maniacal.
Yeah. He's like, well, I don't like that laugh. What is the laugh for? What is this?
So, a Monday report from the New York Times is saying pretty much what everybody thinks. At least a lot of us on the suspicion side of things. Lockdown
No.
measures that have been instituted to save lives are inevitably going to end up costing a lot of lives, maybe even more than they have intended to save. They note specifically that the combined effects of the Wu-Tang clap and lockdowns, or the lockdowns and the diversion of medical resources to battle the pandemic will likely have really bad effects worldwide in efforts to battle diseases that are, actually dangerous. Worse things similar to, I don't know, like tuberculosis, for example.
And HIV.
And the malaria.
Right.
And
but
pneumonia.
Just those.
Yeah.
And the pneumonias and all the other things.
Yeah. The Times report specifically laments that the lockdowns have caused people in areas of the world that are most stricken by these diseases to eschew traveling to clinics for testing and treatment, which is likely to cause their diseases to spread like wildfire. But then again, if you're wearing a mask, what's the problem? Does it matter?
Do masks save you from tuberculosis?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, masks do stop the blood from shooting on other people as you cough it up.
That's true, and that would theoretically keep you from getting it because you can still get it from the blood platelets, the blood things. Yeah, the blood droplets.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
I mean, it could help you there.
Maybe.
Okay.
But that's about as far as it goes.
Right.
So a mask doesn't help from HIV?
What? No. Well, you usually get HIV from
dirty needles and
touching people,
touching
you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Neil Diamond.
Sweet Caroline.
Bum, bum, bum. Sorry. No, but it does stop any mask, by the way. But a mask of any type apparently stops the corona, which is far more important to be worrying about.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Are you saying?
I'm not saying. They're saying.
I do have a question with this.
Sure. Okay.
And I'm not. I mean, again, if you're more comfortable wearing a mask, then by all means, absolutely wear a mask. And if you want it required in your business, in your private home, if I make the choice to go there, then I will have to choose to wear a mask or not go. So that all aside, personal feelings on this all aside, I do wonder because we were told, okay, close everything down for 3 weeks, and we'll stop the great spread.
Yeah.
Right.
And then wear a mask. So people have been wearing masks for months now, and the numbers keep rising. So at some point, is someone going to go, yeah, the masks aren't quite doing what we hoped they would do? Or are they just going to continue to play it as the numbers would be even worse if we weren't wearing masks?
Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do, because they can never go back and admit that they were wrong. It's going to be that, yes, there are people wearing masks, but not everyone is wearing masks, and it's the people who aren't wearing the masks that's actually causing the problems for everybody else.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
That's what they're going to say. Is like you people that aren't wearing masks and aren't sick and aren't actually causing any real viruses. You people are the people that are causing the virus.
Yeah, I mean, because again, they will never admit that they're wrong on anything for any reason at all. So they'll never backpedal. So they're going to have to blame it on somebody else. They're going to have to shove it off onto someone else. And they're going to blame it on, it's going to be one thing or another. Oh, they're not using the proper masks. They're not wearing them properly. It's people who refuse to wear them at all. Blah, 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 blah. It's everything but maybe we got this one wrong.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
I know. According to the Times, deaths from these diseases were at historical low points in 2018, the last year in which data was available. But
are we talking about tuberculosis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, tuberculosis, HIV, malaria, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. Right.
But according to the doctor, Pedro L. Alonso, the director of World Health Organization's global malaria program, quote, COVID-19 risks derailing all our efforts and taking us back to where we were 20 years ago, end quote.
So I asked this question right before we started, and I ask it again. Are those deaths going to count as COVID-related deaths?
Of course they are.
Yes.
Look at, when Herman Cain died, they blamed it all on COVID, saying that even though he had cancer, that it was all complications from the COVID.
From COVID, obviously. And we're not saying that he didn't. We're not saying that he technically didn't die from COVID.
No, I'm not saying it didn't. It obviously didn't help the situation at any. But
right.
But to turn around and automatically just go, oh well, it was a COVID. Oh well, shut up. The man had cancer.
Shush.
Let's not. Let's just calm down. Simmer down now. According to one estimate, there is likely to be 6.3 million additional cases and 1.4 additional deaths from tuberculosis alone due to the lockdowns. That's scary. That's real. That's legitimate. Not
wait. Sorry.
Lockdowns
from TB?
Yes, with the lockdown going on because of COVID.
Yes.
There's likely to be 6.3 additional cases, or 6.3 million cases additional, and 1.4 million additional deaths. That's what their estimate is. Now, obviously, we know that's their estimate. I know that's their estimate, but still, tuberculosis again, unlike the Wu-Tang Clap. Mine sucked. Unlike that, that's a really bad deal.
Yeah. It's a raw deal, you might say.
Most people that get that, to my knowledge, most people that get TB are pretty much done for. You may prolong dying from it, but it's like cancer.
Fluid
buildup
in the lungs until you can't breathe anymore.
Sounds like
it's not good.
No,
TB is full on suffocation from you drown to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget to put the kitties to bed. We should have warned you about that one. Anyway.
By the way.
The report also quotes an estimate stating that there's likely to be 500,000 additional deaths from HIV due to medication disruptions, and another estimate an additional 385,000 people might die per year due to the malaria.
Right. Yes.
Now, again, we know they always overshoot the stuff. They did it with the Ronas and all that stuff, and so I'm not... You take it with a grain of salt. But still, yeah. At the same time, it is still, those are all something I personally am more worried about contracting than Rona.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about...
No. That's yes. I would be more concerned about contracting HIV or tuberculosis or malaria than I would COVID.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Yes. The chances of contracting COVID are higher than contracting HIV. At least I would assume for us.
Sure.
I could be wrong.
Maybe.
Tuberculosis. I don't know. Malaria. And tuberculosis and malaria maybe like on a mission trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would be especially malaria. That would be an easy one to get on a mission trip or something like that. But all my mission trips were canceled.
Oh,
darn drat.
So I am more concerned with contracting the Rona.
Because all the stuff's been canceled because of it.
Makes sense, actually.
That's the one that's closest to me.
But is it really?
Well. How many people do you know with TB?
It's a good question.
I've not known anyone
I've never
with
known
TB.
anybody with TB. Not
There you go.
not that I've known of directly. So, just saying.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I do have though? I have American Pride Roasters coffee in my cup.
I should have flat out just said, don't worry about the soda. Let's make some coffee before I.
Yeah, you should.
Before I came.
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
You
I
should.
still should. That should be before I leave. I need a cup.
Send him a text real fast. Can you make a pot of coffee?
I need a cup of coffee.
What flavors do you have, or do I need to ask?
Does it even matter? More than likely, it's Ron sexual chocolate. I'm just saying.
Probably.
Yeah, but that's just that says a lot about the person that you're going to have the coffee that bears your name in your home. That's a little. Why not? I'm just saying. That's a little.
Not bad.
That's a little presumptuous. I might, It's a tad pretentious.
I mean,
tad pretentious. That's.
If by chance there happened to be I don't know a Defender's coffee made, I would obviously have it at the house.
You should.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it would. I would feel weird about constantly having it. To be perfectly honest with you, I would get it on occasion, like once a month. Well, of course it's going to be delicious. It's American Pride Roasters.
Exactly.
Once a month, I could see, or once every other order. Okay. If I did it more than that, I would start feeling a little weird about myself.
But what if he changed the name of the blueberry blend that you love?
To Dylan's favorite blend.
Yes.
I would probably
favorite blueberry.
I might have to stop drinking it. I would have to drop it down because I would feel very weird. It's like, why do you have this particular one? Oh, it's just because you got your name on it. No.
The reason why it has my name on it is because
it's freaking good, and I'm the promo guy.
Freaking delicious.
You can find out how delicious it is. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. The variety of coffees in there, everything from just a regular good cup of joe to flavors ranging from the blueberry, as Carrie mentioned, Ron's sexual chocolate, which is a chocolate and raspberry. You've got all kinds of different flavors. They've got teas. They've got chocolate, actual chocolate. Guys,
actual chocolate.
Go over there to Chocolate Drops and then everything else, the peppermint barks and Doc's Bacon Blast is still out there. Just go pick it up. Something. You will not be upset. You will not be sorry.
No.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
I look forward to every morning.
It's my favorite part of the day.
It is.
And I have
best part of waking up.
American Pride Roasters in your cup.
APR.
It's the best buds for your taste buds. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Let's see. So, a church in New York has resorted to barricading its front steps in order to stop homeless people from leaving the poo-poos and using needles.
I love this story. Because it's so bad.
Look at Carrie's face. It was fantastic.
Sorry.
Jaw just dropped. That was amazing.
Jaw dropped and then immediately just retracting face no, that's not good.
Quote, these people would come and crap all over the stairs, said a member of Trinity Baptist Church in Hell's Kitchen to the New York Post.
First off, we cannot pass that up.
Having a Presbyterian church in Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a legit name. It's,
No, it's not.
It is. It's a not a borough, but it's a, I don't know what the heck they call it.
Neighborhood.
A precinct, a neighborhood, whatever. It's a section.
Right. Meaning how bad it is there.
Or how bad it used to be.
How bad it still is.
Well, it's only getting bad again. But anyway, the superintendent in charge of the church said that the faithful had to resort to avoiding the front steps altogether and going through an alternative side entrance to go to their weekly services. Quote, I don't open it up anymore, said the super from the front entrance. They're throwing syringes in there, smoking pot on the steps. End quote.
It seems that there's a real mission opportunity here.
Yeah, I was going to say. I feel like they're kind of missing. Yeah, it's kind of literally in their face, and I feel they may be avoiding something. Really,
I think you might be missing a big step in what you're supposed to be doing.
I get it. Stairway. Got it. I see what you did there.
That was really horrible plan. So.
But I could have used Stairway to Heaven.
That you could have.
Gosh, there was a story or a study done. I believe it was at Princeton Theology School of Theology, where there was a whole talk being given on the Good Samaritan, that parable that Jesus tells, and everyone knew it. I can't remember now. I can't remember if the story came first and they were all rushing to get somewhere, or I think they were all rushing like they knew it had to be at a certain time, like this talk was going to be given on the Good Samaritan. They all knew it was the Good Samaritan, and it started at 2:00 or whatever time it was, and so they had to get there by 2. And the people conducting this study had someone lay across the sidewalk, homeless looking, hurt looking, and the majority of the seminarians had to get to this talk on the Good Samaritan, and so they walked around him or walked over him and totally passed him by.
Wow,
guys, do you not understand what's going on?
So they were. It was a total.
Talk about missing the forest through the trees. I mean, holy smokes.
Yeah, it was a really interesting study. I think it was done in the 90s or maybe the late 80s or something, or it could be totally wrong. I have it printed up somewhere. It was very interesting.
That's hilarious.
So, another church member told the Post that the super stands outside the church to keep the homeless moving, sometimes for 10 hours a day. Quote,
Oh my God.
Every day I'm fighting off these guys. I've had to put my foot in a few A's, end quote. Said the church super. Right now I feel like I'm a security.
What church is this?
Oh, where did it go? The Trinity Presbyterian Church in Hell's Kitchen.
Once again, church in Hell's Kitchen.
Again, and they're chasing away homeless people, and again, like Carrie mentioned before, kind of missing the point.
Oh my gosh.
God is literally putting people on their doorstep, and they're like, nope, stay away.
No one wants a person shooting up or dropping trowel in their building, church buildings, steps. I get that, but at the same time, it really does seem like you could brainstorm not even really hard and come up with a couple of ideas to make it work.
Yeah, there's some kind of a plan.
Just something.
There'd have to be.
Baby. Anything.
Trinity Baptist Church, or Presbyterian Church, says it's on its website that it serves about 100 church members. Apparently, it could grow real well if they would quit chasing away the homeless people.
Wait. How many members?
100.
100 members.
It is New York City. They don't have mega churches in New York City.
But I'm saying, even 100 members.
Yeah, that's a big church in New York.
Oh, no.
Yes, it is.
I don't think that's a big church in New York
City, with as many churches as they have floating around, and then as cramped as it is.
I'm not a big mega church person. But 100 seems pretty small, especially in a city the size of New York. Even though there are plenty that are not Christians, it's still the 100 seems pretty small.
Yeah, still
or low.
So there you go. Dirty needles and poop on the stairs at church. Missed opportunity
because they love missed opportunities.
Because they do. Well, we're not going to miss this opportunity to take a break, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. There's so much more on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Yay!
Daggone it! I got to get used to which side the mouse is on.
Yeah, you do.
I got two different mice on here.
Dylan, did you get my text messages?
No, I didn't. I did, but I'm not reading them right now.
Okay. So OBS is echoing the audio. So yeah, everything on video right now is echoed.
Oh well.
So all you got to do is just kill the extra audio.
Done.
Cool. There should be 2 of them.
2? There's only one. Yeah, there's 2 lines.
Maybe a third line below that.
Yeah, they're all closed.
Everything's muted except for the first one.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're all good then.
We are all good.
Yes.
Yep. No, I couldn't do that and read the thing and watch this and no.
I know, and I'm sorry. I was just,
It's handled now.
There's only one direct way I can communicate with you right now. And
no, I know. Well, you could have just outright stopped it and be like, "Hey, people are complaining about an echo. Hit the button."
You dope. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, big
But
dummy.
if it echoes, it's just extra important, right?
That's right.
That's what I thought too. All right.
Super powerful.
Right. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Love me the Twitters.
I haven't even looked at them yet. I feel bad. I haven't had a chance to even look at them yet. I only have them pulled up.
It's okay. I'll get 1 or 2 out there.
Okay. Yeah, do something. God.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Freaking slacker over here.
10 seconds. Well, 5 seconds.
Coming back.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. And just so we're clear, y'all can blame Steven for the audio issue that was happening apparently in the first half because he didn't have the nerve to actually say, "Hey, Dylan, hit the button."
I sent you messages, buddy.
I can't do messages on my phone when I'm looking at 2 different monitors and running 3 different sound systems and trying to have a conversation.
Learn how to multitask.
Okay, here's the drill. I can play producer if y'all want to duke it out. I can do that if that's what you want.
All right.
Actually,
fine.
it's kind of funny because you were the one reading the stories to us, too.
I know, because you didn't have anything, and Steven, he had it on the phone, but...
Mm-hmm. I had it. I can read it. It's fine. I didn't. Speaking of which, I do have on the phones, let's see, Artist FKA abbreviated over there on the Twitters. There are more than a few missed opportunities in New York City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, James over.
Wow, thanks for the
James
insight
over there on the
there.
Twitters as well. Jesus whipped some gutter trash and kicked some butts to clear the trash out of the temple too.
That's a little different, though.
Well,
it's a little bit different. I mean, I understand you don't want poop on your steps and you don't want dirty needles, and I got that part of it. But, in the end, a homeless person is a homeless person, and that's kind of, it's not for us to, in the end, and that's the hardest thing, because even I'll do it. I mean, we don't have near a homeless problem that most places do, but you go out here and you'll see people standing on the side of the highway or in front of a Walmart parking lot or something somewhere holding that little sign. And everybody, I do it all the daggone time. Heck, there's a couple that sits out here on US 1 outside of Raleigh.
Yep.
And they sit right in the middle of the median in this major intersection between, the one highway coming north-south and then another major highway running east-west. And they sit there in like Coleman, like the folding lawn chairs. And they sit there together. And I just like everybody else, I stare at them and I'm like, something about
can you
this.
afford Coleman folding chairs?
Well, I don't know if they're Coleman. It was just making a point that they're in chairs. They're not sitting on a bucket or, and then you start making these predetermined notions. Well, yeah, well, how did they get there? And you start assuming stuff. And the kicker is, out of all of it, is what Jesus' point was, is not for us to decide that, because we don't know. Our responsibility is to act when we're told to act.
Right.
And that's it in a nutshell. It doesn't matter what somebody else does, even if they're, even if you're convinced that these people are often doing something. If you feel that tug and you're being told to do or give, then that's what you do.
There's a great idea with their catchy name for it is the blessing bag, where you just keep a couple of non-perishables, little bottle of water, maybe, granola bar, probably crunchy, not chewy, just because the chewy ones will melt a little bit. But, just a couple of things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking through this stuff. Couple of things, and then you have that in your glove compartment, or if you keep a bag of those in your car, then you can hand them out. When you see someone, and then you're giving, and you are helping them in whatever way you can in that moment. And it's not so much coming from a jaded perspective, but is money going to be the most beneficial to someone who is seriously struggling and hurting and needing, shoot, in a blessing bag, you could even throw in a Band-Aid. Aw,
darn right.
Isn't that nice?
Be nice.
But,
we normally, when we are driving, we also normally have just gotten food.
Yep.
Especially when we're in Raleigh, because that's, about an hour away. So anywhere we go in Raleigh, more than likely, when we hit those intersections, we've just gotten food.
Right.
And so we have a tendency to buy a little extra.
Yep.
That way, if by chance we do run into one or two people, we actually have something to give them. It's like, hey, we don't give out money because we don't.
Yeah.
We don't give out money, but we have food. Would you like some?
Yep. That we don't keep cash on hand at the church.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was one man that came in. He came in and gave me a very sad story. And I said, well, we don't have any cash on hand. And he got really offended, and he said, I can't believe you don't keep cash here. I said, well, we don't. And here's a list of ministries that we partner with who help people who are in dire situations such as yourself. But can I pray with you right now?
Yeah.
Well, if that's all you can do.
Well,
okay.
Well, then I guess you don't need prayer. All right.
So
Fine.
I prayed for him, and I hope that he's okay. And this is shoot, early on in ministry, but it's easy to get really jaded really fast.
yeah.
But we don't keep cash on hand, but we always have something in the refrigerator. And so if we have someone that right now our office is closed to people, but if we used to have people come to the office, well, no one's, I work from home now mostly. So anyway,
so if people come to your house, you have food in the fridge and you're ready to serve.
No, if people come to my house, I keep it locked. So
She's like,
Carrie.
I heard you had cookies.
at the church we do, and I always give out. That's exactly. There was my first or second week there was a group of people standing outside in the parking lot, and our secretary was like, "What? Did you see these people? What's going on? What do you think is going on?" And so I said, "I don't know." And so I went out there and asked, and they were doing Pokemon Go.
Ah.
And so apparently we had a Pokemon near our church sign. So
you had a stop near your sign.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Or a gym or something. I don't know.
Yeah. One of the two.
Yes. So I went in and I got them cookies and water, and I said, well, let me know next time you're getting a Pokemon here. You can come and have some more cookies.
you know, it's a funny thing that you put it that way, because that's one of those, once again, missed opportunities that a lot of churches failed to recognize. So when these games came out, and they're echolocation games, they're places that you have to go physically to go do this.
Right.
A lot of them are churches, and the reason why is, one, a lot of people congregate around churches, and two, they're seen as landmarks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially in the South, churches are seen as landmarks, and so it's one of those situations to where you look at it and you're like, that should be a place where everybody goes to go and get this one thing for this game. Churches hated it.
Oh.
By and large, churches hated it. Like there have been multiple times, multiple reports, multiple stories, even locally in the areas that we're at, where churches are like, if you're caught here on the premises playing a video game, we're gonna call the cops on you. And it's like, come on!
Wow. This is a great. You know, what are some other missed opportunities that we don't take in mission?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because
anywhere close.
Yeah.
Think about it. Anything that's close by to you, like we don't take the idea of our extended family as a mission.
That's actually one of the witnessing classes, or actually two of the witnessing classes we have really talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it needs to be talked about a lot, because it's one of those situations to where people don't do it. And it comes down to the idea of religion and politics aren't involved on these relationships. But that's not true. Right. Everything is religion and politics when you get down to it.
Everything. Even your relationships with your friends somehow revolve around religion and politics.
Yeah.
Whether it's the lack of, in some cases,
or just a
I like the lack of politics.
Yeah, here lately, I like it too, because it just
that's okay.
Right?
Can we have more of that?
We can have more of the lack of politics. That's just fine. But we need to actually talk about the culture. We need to talk about things that are happening. We need to understand what's going to happen. And sadly, politics has invaded that notion.
Yep.
Yes, you are absolutely right. It has invaded, and that's a great term for it. It has invaded every aspect of life. And it's really kind of interesting. The longer I've been off of social media, which every once in a while I'll go, oh, should I dip my toe back in?
And then you look at Twitter and you're like, no, I shouldn't.
I don't even look at Twitter. I just kind of go, no. I'll steer clear for just a little bit longer, but I'm really torn right now, because I mean, it's almost Shark Week. I've got some really cute t-shirts.
Shark Week.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, but yeah, politics have invaded every corner of our lives. And I'm so surprised with, I will talk to people who they won't talk to family members, or they won't talk to friends because of political beliefs.
Right. It's like, come on, okay, you knew about the person before they quote unquote talked about the religion or talked about their politics. You knew them.
Right.
Are they actually any different after you know?
Right.
Or is it just your perception of them? Because if it's just your perception, that's been changed. Then you can change it back. Yeah. Or you can fix it. You are the one who changes that, not them.
Right. Unless you argue a better point. Just kidding.
Sure. Right. And if you do argue a better point, that's fine. Just make sure you understand that in the end, you should be friends still.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yes, because in the end, especially when it comes to witnessing, it's not you trying to save these people. It is you presenting the gospel and then letting God do what he's going to do.
There's nothing else you can do.
Exactly. And a lot of people, I think, and I've fallen into that before myself. Everybody falls into it at least once in a blue moon. That you start going into it. Well, it's on me. If I don't do it, if I don't say it the right way, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, then they're either going to get saved or not going to get saved, hingent on me, and that is not how it works.
In a very non-scientific poll, not even a poll, just my observations in doing these like witnessing evangelism classes and trainings. The number one thing that there are two things that people are most fearful of in witnessing and sharing the faith, and it is the first is that the reaction they'll get from the person they're talking to,
right?
The second is that they'll say the wrong thing and they'll mess it up.
Yep.
And I always use myself as an example because I think we need to be willing to fall on our face and get up and use that to learn. And so if someone else can learn from my stupidity, that's all good. Yeah. So I always talk about how, I used to teach an adult Sunday school class. Then I was in seminary, and in one of my classes, I realized, oh crap, I think I was teaching a heresy.
Wow.
What heresy did you teach?
That's what I was.
I gotta know now. Huh?
Not purposefully, but it was modalism.
Okay.
So modalism is because I was using the example trying to explain the Trinity, and this is a very common one, trying to explain the Trinity with H2O.
Yeah.
Because it can be three different things, but modalism is, one substance, which is God, but presenting himself in different ways dependent on the situation. Okay. And so it's not three persons in one, it is one who manifests in three different ways. And so
I have a great example that you can use. I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's, yeah, so I use that as an example. I mean, generally when you're having a first few conversations about faith, which I would really recommend you have a relationship before you jump into where are you going if you die.
What?
I know, it's crazy, yeah. But I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh my gosh, I do this all the time. I think I've got early onslaught, not even dementia, just like early onslaught blanking. I don't know.
Senile. You're going senile early. Is that what it is?
Oh my gosh, early senility. Ooh, that's bad. But no, I use that, like generally when you're talking to someone who is not familiar with faith and you're just starting in that conversation, you're not going to go immediately to, let's talk about the Trinity.
Yes.
Right. I mean, like the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I know. I was telling someone recently, they were asking these questions and, oh, okay. So then it's like this. And I was like, no. We're going to just keep it real tight here.
We're going to play in the shallow end.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, because this is what God has revealed to us, and we're going to just hold on to that, and let's not venture from that yet.
Let's stay in the shallow end. Let's stay in the kiddie pool for a little while.
Let's just keep it here. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
We're going to keep on feeding you milk. Milk. Got to get the milk in. All right, now you can try some fruit. Here's some fruit and milk.
Yeah.
Hold on. I use this example. Where is my book? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I've used this before. So when I first was kind of, all right, let's get into theology.
Right.
This is the book, and it has stuff in it about the Trinity. Then I was, learning and growing. And then this whole book is also just about the Trinity. I said, we don't start with this.
No.
We start with this, and and systematics are not necessarily the place to start Anyway, let's just start
So
with God's word.
you don't throw when someone is newly saved and they're standing down there and they shaking everybody's hand after church, you don't walk them away and automatically hand them a systematic theology like right out the chute.
Systematic theology and a study Bible.
No, we do it a little differently anyway. But no,
it must be a Lutheran thing because they. No, I'm kidding.
That just must be Baptist. I don't
They
know.
just push us right into the water and deep end. And
I mean, you not only do you dunk us completely, but you also just throw us straight in.
sink or swim, buddy. Sink or swim.
There you go.
But there are a lot of missed opportunities that we have daily in our lives, and this is not. I mean, like that is not a guilt trip for anyone listening at all.
No,
because I think
just
that
the truth.
Yeah,
it's just the truth, and I think that this story out of New York is a great example. And then that follow-up tweet with there are a lot of missed opportunities in New York City.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but I can look out in my own neighborhood and go, oh, that was a missed opportunity. So but that's the exciting and cool thing about witnessing and evangelism. There's always another opportunity.
Yeah.
And even for I love hearing from rather introverted people when they share their experience in being a missionary, whether it's in their backyard or across the world, in a remote land. It's really cool because they are out of every comfort zone, which is awesome.
And they hate
it. Okay.
But they love it. They hate it.
Okay. No, and I finally pulled up Twitter, and I was actually been holding on to this, but I was going to say, going back to your definition of the Trinity, I had the exact same example that James just threw up there.
Good job, James.
But the best way to describe, at least in the South, the Trinity is you get you a fresh cherry pie right out of the oven, homemade. And if you cut it into 3 pieces, you see the lines of demarcation in the crust that it is 3 separate pieces, but inside that filling is all one pie filling. Just like it is all one God, even though he's taken his exterior and he's cut it up into 3 different pieces, just so that way we can handle that because we couldn't take him in one bite if we had to. So if you get it, you split it up in 3, and that's how I learned. And James stole my thunder. Thank you, James.
Well, and once again, remember, anything that man comes up with to explain this is going to break down eventually.
Eventually.
Right.
No, I know.
Right.
Eventually.
No, I know.
But you can find the flaw in it and cause an ism eventually.
Eventually. But no, that was the one that I had grown up learning. And then I was like, you know what? Fat boy loved him some pie. So once, I could relate very well.
Play it to me one more time. Make another pie.
Did you say something about pie?
Everybody loves
I almost have it. Can you just, this time can we try apple? I think that would help.
You could do apple. It could be apple. It could be blueberry.
Could you maybe do a cake? I don't know.
No.
Could cake work?
Nope.
A lava cake?
No, because the point is it's all one pie filling that seeps back into the line.
Lava cake.
No, no.
Lava cake.
I haven't had lava cake, so I don't know.
So
it's cake on the outside like a pie crust, and then on the inside it's melted chocolate.
Maybe that might work. But it has to, going back to the pie thing, it has to be a fresh, runny, homemade pie, not that stuff that looks like 2 pieces of cardboard with Jell-O in between.
Right.
It has to be
not congealed.
Yeah.
I want pie now.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I've already brushed my teeth.
Oh, well.
And
I'm not going to. I'm just.
Your toothbrush only works once a day? Twice a day?
Yeah.
You can't?
No,
If you hit your limit?
I brushed them, and then I ate an apple, and then I brushed them again, and I said, that's it.
Oh, so you already brushed your teeth twice in the past, 2 hours.
Yes.
I mean.
So what's your favorite apple? Speaking of apples.
Cooked.
Do you have a... Oh, that's right. You can't have fresh fruit, can you?
Nope. Cooked.
So it doesn't matter what kind it is?
No, because once you cook it, they all get sweeter.
All right.
I don't. I know the ones I don't like. Like I don't. Or maybe I do. Like what is that? The Fuji is the ones that when you bite into it feels like sand.
Mush.
Well, yeah, the mush and sand.
That's
like
the red delicious.
Yeah, they are not delicious. Not at all. No,
The
I
grain,
don't.
they have a grainy consistency.
Yes, those I cannot stand. I'll eat the peeling straight up and throw the rest of it away. I can't stand it. I'm kind of I like anything that doesn't have that, and on occasion I'll do the Granny Smith.
So you like a Honey Crisp?
Yeah.
Honey Crisp are the best.
Yeah, Honey Crisp. That was the one I was trying to think of the name of. Those are
Koru.
good.
I've just recently discovered the Koru apple, Koru.
Never heard of it.
And it's very similar to a Honey Crisp. Honey Crisp has a little bit of tartness to it. And the Koru apple is that same amount of tartness that the Honey Crisp. The Koru is sweet, so it's got just a little bit more sweetness than the Honey Crisp, but it's very crisp and crunchy and very good. Yes. Nice. And I've had a Kanzi apple, but I can only find those in Florida. I think I found them in Georgia once.
Yeah, well, there are ones that are specifically rationed to certain areas.
Yes. But the Kanzi apple is also very good.
Kanzi apple.
It'd be nice to try. I don't know.
Steven's like,
It sounds good.
Sorry.
Sounds great. It's like, hey, what's your favorite banana? I hate you. I can't even eat that cooked.
Well, hold on. See, now you said that, you have me wondering, and I have those moments. There's only one actual banana.
No, there's not.
Really?
There are like 70 variety
Shut
of
up.
banana. America gets 4.
I've only seen one.
America gets 4, and they have to change them.
Are you including plantains?
I don't count plantains because no, hold on, no. I don't.
Thing, though.
I was gonna say I don't count that. Yeah, because you have a plantain and you have a banana. Like they're the same family, but that's like saying you have a dog and a wolf. You know what I mean? They're same family, very similar, but two different things.
Right. So you have, but you do have multiple variety of banana. Like
yes, there are 1,000 different varieties.
See?
Growing around the world, subdivided into 50 groups.
Some of them taste like ice cream.
Shut up.
Like straight up, just like soft serve ice cream.
What?
Sitting there. So some of them are like the little red ones that you get that you can find at the grocery store. You can. There are so many.
Hold on.
I can't have a single one of them.
Time out. Did you say a red banana?
Yes. Yeah. Have you not seen the little mini red bananas? They're at Walmart. Go get them. Oh wait, you don't go to Walmart.
I don't go to Walmart anymore.
They're also at like the regular grocery stores.
And the plantain is considered. It is in the banana family.
It is banana.
Yeah, but it's just like a wolf and a dog. It's a dog.
Right.
But they're separate entities. That's my thing. Like I'm talking about
canine.
like
these are all bananas.
Okay, yeah.
Bananas are actually considered a berry.
Yes.
Wow. God,
that's true.
It's a very long, but it's a very long berry.
Half of the 1,000 bananas in the varieties, like half of them are inedible. Yeah. I have never learned so much about bananas ever.
You're welcome.
In a short time.
You're so welcome.
Wow.
And I can't eat a single one.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Sorry.
This is what happens. So I was gonna say this is what happens when we don't have a challenge or anything to test out and taste. We just start talking about the new food fact.
Because I'm hungry.
So
I'm hungry.
Food fact.
Cavendish bananas are the typical what we think of when we say banana.
When we say banana, we think of a Cavendish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's the Chiquita bananas.
I feel like I need to play the now the more you know thing. Yeah.
This might be the weirdest tangent. We went from talking about
the Trinity
being missionaries and missing mission opportunities to
pie and then cake
to the Trinity. Yeah, to
apples.
Pie, to apples, to bananas, to
bananas. Yeah.
Wow.
That's okay. This
banana cream pie.
So my wife's favorite is what is it? Dang it.
You better hurry up.
Banana pudding. She
Oh,
loves banana pudding.
yeah.
Good stuff, man.
With the
Like
vanilla wafers in them?
Yeah, with the Nilla wafers and the whole deal. That's her deal. That's
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, now
she gets
that
to eat it all.
now that everybody his mouth is watering and everything, let's finally, because I got it this time, let's do the bells, shall we?
Do it.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with the bell count grade for the day, Tuesday, August 4th, 2020. Today we had 2 missed innuendo bells, 16 actual bells, 3 2020 kadas, and a trigger warning for delay the vote and dinner in Texas, giving us a D for the day. Peace out, boys. Stay healthy. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? See you tomorrow, everybody.
He actually
That really
counted.
did trigger you.
I think I was more triggered about you having dinner out there than I did.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hilarious.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Defenders Live. Go to mojo50.com. There's so many other things that we missed and everything else, but we'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, it was great. It was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible.